In our country, currently, it's a very big problem because most people walk into the gym with that goal. Unless you look strong, you look great, you kind of look size 0, you cannot be a great coach. Aging hot is amazing. Aging hot is like, it's what all women want, honestly.
Welcome to RuleBreaker. We're breaking the rules. What rules are we breaking? Who are we breaking them for? I've got a special guest today. Shwe is in the seat. Hi.
Hi! Excited to break some rules? No.
And tell us about the ones you've broken.
Hardly any.
Hardly any. Why are you in this chair? Get her out of here.
Because I think I only started breaking them much later on in my life.
There is no age.
There's no age. You're
Never
right.
too late to
Which
break
is why I'm
rules.
on your show.
I love it. Now tell me, when did you begin that journey?
Well, I mean, I think the first rule I felt like I really broke was just becoming a fitness trainer. And it was like, most of all, my family, my entire fraternity, how can you become a trainer? How can you be training men? I mean, women hardly train. At least over a decade ago, women hardly train.
Yeah.
But you're going to be in a gym training men? Is that what you're going to do? Very hard to convince the family. It was because we come from a family of doctors, engineers, businessmen, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
And
what's a trainer then?
Nothing. Like, seriously, what are you making? Like 5,000 rupees a month? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how did the men react? The ones who were going to train with you?
I think it took me a while to get to that phase. It took a lot of credibility building, practicing what you preach, looking a certain way. And then people start believing that, oh, yes, I mean, if she can look like that and she could say this and say that, then there's hope that she could be training us, well.
Yeah.
So it takes
So
a
talk to
while.
me more about look a certain way. I know you look hot and I love the way your shoulders shine and your muscles come together. I'm like thinking, okay, I need to train with her. but I'm saying that, when they say look a certain way.
So I must say this, when I did a certain certification, Zumba Fitness, and that was one of my first certification that I did, right? It was about, there is no certain way you need to look as a coach, right? As long as you have the knowledge and you are able to bring the best out of, the people you train,
Yeah.
you can look anyway because there could be so many reasons you look a certain way,
Yeah.
right? Underlying health issues, etc. But in our country, it's very different. Unless you look strong, you look great, you kind of look size 0, you cannot be a great coach. Like, how can she be so big and be a trainer? Like, if she can't take care of herself, how's she going to take care of me? Yeah. Right? While I'd like to, kind of reiterate on the former that sometimes you don't have to look a certain way, but then the truth is people want you to look a certain way. And you have to work hard on that to then attract, enough people towards your business.
Yeah.
It's the hard fact, but it is.
So what happened first? Thinking in this business-minded way, or first realizing I gotta just get fit? I mean, or was fitness part of your life?
Yeah, from the age of 6. And it all started because my father was diagnosed diabetic very early on, like at 34 or 35.
Wow.
Sports personality, sedentary life because of a job, and then all of this was bound to happen. So because he started taking great care of himself by exercising, and I was there 5-6 years of age, and I just did what he did, and it became an integral part of my life. But the sad part is that all my life, starting age 6, 7, whatever, I leaned towards, sports. Like that was my first love, dancing in sports and etc. So while your family shows you off as, oh my God, she got a medal today in this, oh my God, she got a medal in that, you were never allowed to take that as a career.
Yeah.
Like you could not be a sports personality for whatever reason because you had to focus on your studies. So even today I go back and tell my parents that, hey, I could have been an Olympian, but we were not given that choice, right?
Yeah.
But it's okay. I broke the rule at some point, and today I'm still in the space which helps me make people fitter and stronger. And I feel like it started for me at a very young age.
That's really cool. So, let's talk about the fact that there is this absolute desire of everyone to get fit. Actually, everyone to just lose weight, right? This is the end, be all and end all as far as women are concerned. I mean, what's amazing, the spectrum goes from men wanting to raise their muscles, and women are like, I just need to just lose weight.
Yeah.
How big a problem is that?
Okay, so in our country currently, it's a very big problem because most people walk into the gym with that goal, right? There's a very small percentage who walk into a space and say, I'm here to just be strong, have high energy, and age gracefully. And I think somewhere I was also in that space 10 years back when I started knowing maybe, very less compared to what I know today. I felt like, okay, everyone is here for weight loss, so let's just work on weight loss. But 10 years later, and this I say even with the space that I started, right?
Yeah.
10 years back, the space that I started, it was all about go hard or go home. Today, when I started my third space, it's all about feel your best, look your best, and age gracefully. So while weight loss is a byproduct of consistently moving and exercising, it should not be the core goal, or it can be a core goal, but address it very sustainably is what I tell everyone.
Yeah.
Right? And I've moved out of that. And I think I moved out of that after I had my child. Until then, I think the way I thought about exercise, fitness, about looking a certain way was very, very strong. But after I had my baby, of course, at the age of 40, I had her, things really changed. And I'm like, I could have her at 40 because of my physical, mental strength more than anything else. So now I just talk to women particularly about strength. I'm like, just get strong for your old age because it's coming.
Yeah. So let me make this harder for you, right? I really want to work out. I don't want to age gracefully. I want to age hot, right? And I'm thinking, what do I have to do right? You know how it is, like people are now saying, yeah, okay, but I want to just like get hot and stay hot, right? It's a thing. So we are either misplaced,
no,
or we are again in some sort of a weight loss story there.
Yeah. Aging hot is amazing. Aging hot is like, it's what all women want, honestly. But
how do you get there?
That's through aging gracefully, and that's with lifting weights, and that's with eating right, and that's with walking about 15,000 steps a day.
Wow. Okay, I need to up those by 5,000.
No, but honestly, aging, I mean, you look great right now. You just need to continue aging this way, right?
Yeah.
So which means take care of your skin, take care of your hair, take care of your muscle mass.
So that's the only thing I look after.
Yeah, muscle is the only age reversible organ in your body.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
My nutrition coach told me 10 years ago, right? He's like, you work on everything, but if you don't work on your muscle, you're just going to age and you're going to look less hotter.
So Shwe, let's double click on that, right? Because suddenly you have all the women and men full attention. Age reversing organ.
Muscle is the only age reversible organ in the body.
So after weight loss, age reversal is what holds people up, right?
100%.
Very curious to know why that is so critical. The science of it and how you're approaching your students or whatever you call them, your people with it.
I think the science of it is very simple. It's that you strength train at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
See, we're all born with X amount of muscle mass, fat, water, and that's what our body composition is, right? You work really hard to burn that fat. But when you work really hard to just keep burning that fat, you also lose a bunch of muscle, right? And as you age, your bone mass and muscle mass anyways deteriorates.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you preserve that muscle mass and then double down on it to probably improve it a little bit more,
yeah,
you're automatically just going to remain strong and look great. Yeah, because with more muscle, that means you also need to consume, good amount of protein, which is what our hair and skin and everything also needs.
So let's
it's just a
talk
full
about
circle.
this, right? It's really interesting because most of the time, we've always, in India particularly, thought, oh, women in their 40s, 50s, they're done. You're past what they call the expiry date, right? Now women are finally waking up to it, but they're still talking about the process of aging. They're not realizing that now you're going to hit perimenopause, and then comes menopause, and then it's like you hit the wall, right? And all of these things, to use a cliche, aren't just about sort of being fit. It's about feeling better.
Feeling better. Energy.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we cannot move away or run away from the whole perimenopause and menopause phase, right? It is going to be hard. For some, it is going to be quite hard. For some of us, maybe less. Some of us are going to wake up in hot flashes very often. Some of us may not be so often. I think we all forget that some amount of this is also genetic. Like, it's important to sit with our mother and ask her, how was it for her? What did she go through? Was it easy? Was it hard? And you will see that quite a lot of it is what you will also experience, right? And I've seen it with a few women in my life, and I keep talking to my mom about it. My mom seemed to have handled it quite well, but her bone loss and muscle loss didn't help her now when she's 70. It's not helping her, and she's got different type of conditions because of this. But we often ignore our genetics, right? We look at our lifestyle, we say, oh, this is how my life is and this is why it's so. But I'm like, stop and just look at your genetic a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Because that plays a very, very crucial role.
Is it face the demons and do something about it?
Yes. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Face the demons, yes. I mean, we don't have a choice. It is that phase we have to go through at 45, 47, 50.
Yeah.
If we can delay it with, good nutrition, the right kind of exercise. Also, I tell women when they hit their 40s, like, lift weights, walk more often. You don't have to go hard at the gym, right? Don't do very high intensity training unless you're used to doing it, right?
Yeah.
Do a lot of zone 2 work, which is maybe long hours walking, long hours cycling, zone 2, where I can do stuff conversational pace. That is great for the body, especially once we hit our 40s. So you lose fat in your zone 2. At the same time, you pick up weights 2 to 3 times a week, where you're still not in like zone 4, like huffing and puffing, but you're building some muscle. Phenomenal combination.
Yeah.
for
But
fat loss.
we've always had, and I don't know if this is just an Indian phenomenon, but it just seems extremely breathless in our country. You're on that race car track all the time. You want to go from 0 to 200 like in a shot, right? And then you hear the women say, I lost 15 kilos in 2 months. And I'm wondering, what's that just doing for you?
Yeah,
right.
Every day. And I'm still struggling to help people understand that you cannot fast track this. And if you fast track it,
Something is
be
gone.
sure, be sure it's coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be sustainable. 1 kg a month. Anything more is a little bit of a bonus, 0.5 to 1.
So tell me the science behind this, because sometimes it's not just about the number of kilos people lose or gain and how it comes back with a vengeance, but what it does to your sugar levels and what it does to your, just your stomach, what it does to
your gut.
Your guts.
Your gut. Yeah. No, if you do all of the crash stuff and the keto and all of that, they're all short-lived.
Yeah.
They're all short-lived. And I keep telling my clients that we're going to make small changes to what you currently do.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to change the way you sleep, because sleep is so important. And the science lies there. The less you sleep, the more cortisol, the more abdomen fat. The more you sleep, the more you move in zone 2, the more you eat right, the faster you lose weight around your waist. And that's most people's problem, right? Waist. So sleep is the center of it all. And today, it's very, very sad. Most people I talk to are struggling with sleep.
Yeah.
And I tell them, do not come to the gym if you haven't slept well. Don't come. Because when you collapse while working out, it's mostly because of your lifestyle, poor sleep, more stress.
Yeah.
Your workout is just going to reverse all the effects. So the primary thing is sleep, and that's where a lot can happen. It's like a machine, right? You have to shut down. You have to allow the body to recover from everything, not just physical work, but from the mental work.
So there is another link to this, which is the excuse or why I can't do this, right? I have too much work, I run a startup, or then there is, of course, I'm a mom to two, my hands are full, I'm constantly picking Lego, so hopefully my abs are getting done. Or there is something like, but we already do a lot, right? Is that a myth? Because clearly women are doing a lot. How do they incorporate this without feeling daunted about it? Because they already fail at a lot of things, or they have enough guilt to deal with. Now, if they have the guilt of not going to the gym, that's just added. You know what I'm trying to say?
You know what? I honestly don't think going to the gym is a mandate. Okay, wherever you are, if you can just, I start by saying walk. Forget coming to the gym. Forget even working out. Walk. Walk with a child, walk alone, walk on work, you know, while you're at work or on a call, whatever it is. Start by moving your body.
Yeah.
Your body is designed to move, right? It's not designed to be sitting long hours. So gym came much later on because we were all used to doing a lot of our own household work. But today, because our lifestyles have changed, we needed the gym, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying get your fundamentals right first. Squat. Are you sitting in a deep squat? None of us use ground toilets anymore.
I know, yeah.
I don't even know how many people
Or do
listen.
duck walks.
Yeah, yeah. Like when I go back home in Mangalore, it's still the ground toilet in my, you know, parents' home and ancestral homes.
Yeah.
And I'm still using it, right? And when I watch my toddler, like from infant to toddler, as she moved, the foundational movement to move from that phase, infant to toddler phase, was a deep squat.
Yeah.
So it's what your body is used to. And today I see kids at 8 and 9 cannot squat anymore.
Yeah.
Right? It is scary because then your entire hip mobility, okay, goes for a toss at a very early age. And from there starts, then it trickles down to your knee and ankle. So kids starting to do sports are not going to find it easy anymore. They're going to get hurt a lot sooner because of lack of mobility and stability.
Yeah.
So few things that one can just do at home: sit in a deep squat, accumulate 10 minutes over the day. However you want to do it, whether you're playing with a child, whether you're reading a newspaper in a deep squat, you're checking your mobile in a deep squat. Like, this is something I've promoted all through the last 10 years. Everywhere I go, whether it's corporate discussions or wherever I am, I sit in a deep squat and show people how to do it at home.
Yeah.
Because that's fundamental, right? And it's excellent for people to avoid back pain and things like that, your posterior chain strength, right? Walk, sit in a deep squat, climb stairs, basic.
Yeah.
And then move to the gym. So don't beat yourself up